and good evening to the third round of the ARC Mazda MX-5 Championship. We are here at Sardegna, and this is pretty much the halfway point of the season. I am your commentator for tonight, my Savoy. Sadly, no Lateral again this week, but he will be back next week for the team versus team race. So I hope that he will join us. That's when you get all the fancy graphics now that when Lateral comes back, because I don't have that money to have that. Anyways, Sardegna is the home of Italy for, like I said, the third round. I'm trying to get the live chat up here, but for some reason when I'm on this ARC YouTube, it says it's live, but it's no. Let me show that it is live. Oh, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Just turn it down a little bit. There we go. So we can just see who is in the chat. So we see Mermaid. We got Turbo Power. Yeah. Hello, Mermaid. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Hello, Turbo Power as well. So we've got 3 people watching it now, and Thomas has just joined. The number 1 fan of Savoy, I have to say. Anyways, we should be here to watch an exciting race as we're seeing the current points leader Chile sliding through turn 1. In fact, we'll give you a rundown of the points. He's really struggling to keep control of that there, not necessarily showing off there. So then, as things stand after the second race at Brands Hatch, Chile, as we're looking on at now, is still the points leader with 92 points. Second place is Alex Rogers with that win last time out at Brands Hatch. He's on 80 points, so he's 12 points behind Chile. Nugatti stays in third place with 2 third places to his name. Fourth place is Tavenstall. We'll try and get him on there. There he is. He's just stopped. He's down a couple of places after finishing poorly last week. He's now with 60 points, 32 points back. I'm Not Beckham is still 5th. Law, who impressed us last week, is now 6th in points. Then it's Findelgask, which I don't think I've seen him yet. No sign of Findelgask here tonight. So I don't know if he is racing. Hideki Sama is 8th, who is racing. We did see him, I think, in the stream earlier on. Lovely little slide there from Nugatti. Still a bit of Arabic drift. Well, that's not how you do it there, Nugatti. Deary me. And, yeah. What a numpty. Anyways, Hideki Sama, 8th in points. Then ERA the Stig, Techno Guy in 9th. And they're all tied on 21 points. Both Hideki, Stiggy, and Techno Guy. Robocopy in 11th with 19 points. Charles, who, as you can see there on the FL, is posted the fastest lap in practice. He is down to 12th place with 18 points because he didn't race Brands last week. ARC Matty, who I don't think is here tonight, he's on 15 points, and Jan's 999 in last place with 9 points. Thomas Savvy equals being. Oh, there you go. You see the love we have in this community. It's just awe-inspiring. Ronald Thomas is here as always. He's keeping an eye out on things because, he's the master of the tactics and just probably the second fastest guy in the ARC now to Chile, I have to say. Hope he doesn't mind me saying that. So, yeah, what's going to happen then for today's race? What's going to be the strategy for tonight? One-stop strategy was the way to go in the first race, or one-stop strategy was the way to go in the second race. I'd imagine the third race will be a one-stop strategy. 7 people here watching, just waiting for more people to come in. I think they'll just probably do a stock check, and we will get on with qualifying, which will be 10 minutes long as always. stock checks in 2 minutes, so I could be quiet. And that actually, I do have to apologise. I've got my lunch, like my dinner with me, so I'll be quiet when it comes to the stock checks, so I can eat my dinner while it's hot. Anyways, we're looking here at Nugatti, third in the points with 2 third-place finishes. And as you can see that he's currently, he has the fastest time on there, but not the fastest time overall in practice. Rodo saying you are joking. Mermaid saying you're joking, right? We all know you, Sav, are fastest of all of us. I'm not fast, I'm blooming slow. Did you not see me in season 1? Jeez, he beeps, man. Anyways, Charles is back out on track, and you can see he's half a second quicker than Nugatti in this practice. But like I said, this is just a practice session. So by the looks of it, I think we've got 12 people out on track. No sign of Matty and no sign of Findelgask. We did have that another Irish guy last week, but he retired, didn't he? They're not tasty chicken tenders, Thomas. They are boiled potatoes and some burgers. I've ordered the 8 carrots. So, yeah, lovely. Looking at a few people out on track. We see there Techno Guy wants to have a good finish here tonight. So too does Jans. If you may recall, in the GR3 race, Jans actually finished in 4th position, and he holds a joint record for the most positions gained in an actual race. Because if my maths are correct, I think he qualified in 12th. I think it was his one and only time that he raced in Group A, and he went on to finish in 4th position when he was driving for the Beetle, along with Alex, and also Jania was in that race too. So Jans had a very solid drive, and I said equals the highest because the race before that at Kyoto, Chile also did that too when he qualified 11th and finished 3rd in that Citroen. So Jans knows a bit of way around this track, and he want to have a good finish. Looking here at Robocopy, he wants to have a good finish. He's been involved in a few incidents. The incident last week hit Brands Hatch, both him and Taven. That came out as a racing incident. No penalties were given. And this is the first of the stock checks. So while that happens, I will be silent and I will eat my dinner for now. And it looks like we've got 2 people stuck on the line, Robocopy and Beckham. Well, we've got 3 people. Chile is stuck too, by the looks of it. Yeah, I haven't had my headset off. So, I don't know, on my screen it looks, I don't know if, yeah, Robocopy left, which means Beckham had also left, so it looks like we may have to restart, it would seem. Gatti is also left as well. We'll see what happens then for qualifying. So it looks like we're going to go into a new lobby. That was because there was a few people that did get stuck on the start, as you've seen on the screen. Tom saying Alex's fault. Yeah, well, I know, well, these things happen, stupid polyphony, but there you are. Not our fault. So then, while we wait for the... oh, look, PK's on. While we wait for... Oh, look at that. He's practicing the Mount Panorama. Just actually to note there, next week, Lateral will be back for the team versus team event, which will be at the Nürburgring next Sunday, which will be the ARC versus DRE versus Cosmic versus GTISH versus the SAS and all the other boys and that. So that should be looking forward to. Hopefully get more than 500 views than what we did in the first race, because that was quite a historic moment there to have more than, what was it? I think it was about over 100 people watching that race, which was absolutely insane. I'm also noticing there that PK is practicing at Mount Panorama. There has been talks of having an endurance race at Mount Panorama. Now, we did that before, but it was 90 minutes. But I think there could be talks of having a 3-hour race, which I'm guessing I will probably commentate, and I'll need someone to assist me with that. So I don't know if Technical Guy would be involved in that, or will he help me out in the booth, or that will be there. We don't know yet, but I think it's in the early signs that that will happen. Yeah, it looks like people are talking in the live chat regarding with the weather. It's been absolutely miserable here too. Yeah, awful. Very windy. My next door neighbour's trampoline is still in their garden. Very surprised about that. But also my other next door neighbour, their wall was a bit wobbly, so that's a shame. They're gonna have to fix it. So yeah, that's what's been happening. I think that was with that storm, isn't it? Something like that. Anyways, we'll just check to see if Alex can make up this new lobby, which he should be going up sometime soon, I hope. Not unless if he's appeared offline and we can't join in, which I hope not. So while that happens, I will get back. I will turn the switch off the bike. I will unplug it so you won't hear me munch away on my tatties. So yeah. Just seeing the chat through there. I had the mic switched off so you wouldn't hear me tune. Well, that would be a good idea, actually, doing a race in the ASMR voice. That'd be quite interesting. Get the mic close up to my mouth here. That's how it goes, a Robocopy. He's leading the field, followed by Charles and then Devon. Anyways, back to anyways, there we go. Over chat, they're going mental. Devon's come out of tail 1, he's a little bit loose out of tail 2, drifting into tail 3. There we go. So this is going to be a stock check number 2 to see if everyone is okay. I hope so, because I want to get in the bath after this. No, not really. No. We will do a guided lap around here when it's qualified is underway, and whoever's the first driver out. Oh, Thomas got turned on. That's nice. That's lovely. Right then, so this is the second stock check. Hopefully everyone will be okay. So we had 3 people stuck in the first one. Let's hope we can get all of them away and get qualifying started. See how we will get on. As you can see, the lights there. There's the Sardegna. Engine notes rise. Away. Oh, Beckham is stuck again by the looks of it. Beckham is stuck again. So too's Robocopy and Chili by the looks of it. It's them 3 again. Oh dear, now what's going to happen? Oh, look at Jans go. Oh, goodness me. Oh, it's carnage here. It's a lovely slide there from Stig. Well played there. So, is Becky going to be stuck? So to... Who was it again? Robocopy? Oh... Robocopy, he desperately needs a good finish, and Beckham 5th in the points. This is not going to help if he has to pull out. I think Chile was also stuck too, and that's what you don't want to see. Because it looked like Chile was also stuck on my screen. That's twice he's done that. I don't know how many stock checks they'll have to do before they will make the race. No, we don't. I mean, we don't want to see people not participate because they've been stuck on the grid. I think that would be quite a bad thing, like. And I mean, Beckham's is a real good driver, considering where he is at the points. That's going to hurt him. But it's not what Robocopy wants as well. Is it just a case that they will need to, what was it, clear the cache or whatever it is? I don't know how you say it, but you know. Did anyone else do it? I'm not too sure. I don't know yet. Right then, I'll go silent again and take my mic off so no one can hear me munch away again. Anyways, welcome back. I've just finished my dinner, so you don't get to hear me munching. Hopefully our Lord and Saviour, Thomas's lobby should be hopefully up and well. Maybe it's because it's the awful weather that's causing people to be stuck. I don't know, but let's see what it's like on Thomas's server. See if it's any better. So then, we'll have a rundown of the drivers who are in tonight's race. As I said, no Matty and no Findogask. So let's go through the drivers as they are now. As we see there, it's Sweden's finest ERA, the Stig. I think his brother Contrio is also racing. Lovely slide there from Stiggy. And nearly hits Chilling and then goes into the wall. Next up we see is Jans 999. Out comes I'm Not Beckham in the Man United red. There is Hideki Sama. Didn't race last week, but he's here tonight. And we know what Hideki Sama can race. Quite an aggressive racer. You know, you've got to earn your overtake when you're passing him. Techno guy. Alex Rogers, second in the points, the winner from last week at Brands Hatch, Bugatti, just came out. There is Taven. Also, Taven wanted to message me because he wanted to have a shout out to his Grandpa Jerry, who always watches his race when Taven is racing. I forgot to do that last week because he messaged me last week to do it. I didn't see the message up until after the race, so I did say to Taven I will do it in this week's race, so there you go. So there you are, Grandpa Jerry, hope you're watching. See your son out on track. He's not fastest, he's just being penalised or whatever. Then there is Law. We did see Robocopy. Chili, the points leader, who's having a bit of a fun time in the kitty litter, I must say. And Robocopy, we are seemingly to miss another driver. We should have 12 of them. Oh, that was because we had Charles in. Charles was there and he disappeared. So I don't know if he should come back, which I hope so, because he was fastest at the little practice that he did before. And he has joined. So we've got 12 racers here tonight, so that's good. Hopefully the stock check will be a lot better. Hopefully all of them will be off the grid, and then we can get qualifying underway. Always these are 1 hour races. In the 5 rounds it's always endurance races, and Charles has again left the room, so I don't know if there's a problem with Charles' connection. Don't know what's going on there. That's not how you do a slide there, Jans, dearie me. And now they're all just hitting into the barrier. What's going on here? This is disgraceful driving this. What's Beckham doing? They're all trying to copy PK. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they are trying to do. They're copying PK and failing to do it. So it looks like everyone's just having a fun time out on track. They want to get this stock check over and done with, I think, by the looks of it. Now, what's going on here with Charles now? He keeps joining and then he leaves. And now Alex has left the room. Now Hideki's left the room. What is going on? Right, I think I'll just be quiet here and just see what's going on. Just say that, I don't think this is our fault. I think this is just Polyphony's fault because they've got crap connections or whatever. I think that's what it is. But we will get back to you as soon as we can. tell you what, 10 people are waiting patiently to see this race. Thank you for your patience here. We're just hoping to see it works here. I think it's just a case of polyphony servers are just not working, and also with the storms that we've had over this weekend, I don't think it's helped that much. So I'm hoping we will get all 12 races off the line. I'm hoping. I've got my fingers and my toes crossed, so let's hope we can get to see all 12 moving, and then we can get qualifying underway and then start this 1 hour endurance race. It's a bloomin' miracle! Hooray! Ho-ho! There you go! Oh, Taven, less of that, please. Grandpa Jerry will be not happy with that. I'll tell you that now. Dear me. Right then, so it looks like we've got all of them off. Thank fudge for that. So we can get qualifying underway ASAP. When Alex will change the tyre degradation to, I think, fuel, whatever, to ×3 or ×9. There we go. And when it gets to ×10, qualifying will be underway. Albeit 20 minutes late, but we finally got there. Anyway, who we got in here? We've got the Ferrier brothers, Chris and Dan's in there. I hope Mermaid is still here. And now qualified is underway. Oh, don't go down. That looked a bit bad there. So here we go. It looks like Taven's the first one to come out. Taven, who picked up a second place finish 2 weeks ago at the Blue Moon Speedway, but finished poorly at Brands Hatch. I think he finished, what, 7th or 8th place or something like that. Fell back to 4th in the points, and he will be the first car out on track that will do a timed lap 2. We've got Charles and Alex also battling further back through there. When he's on his fast lap, we will give you a guided tour around here. Apparently Group B's qualifying has finished. It says here from Chris, Jake Dan Harry in 8th. And I do believe Jake Dan Harry is the points leader in that. He has won both of the races. So to see him down in 8th place, that's a bit of a surprise. Here we go, 11 people watching now. Hello to the 11 people that are watching. Hope you are tuning well, and hope you sit down, grab yourself a popcorn, because I think this could be an exciting race, depending that no one will get stuck on the grid for the start of the race. So we are just going to complete the lap around Sardegna Road Track B with Taven here. Just trying to think of something there. So then, this is a lap around Sardegna B. We've already raced here before, so probably people might recognise it. Onto the start-finish straight. This is also one penalty bound along here. Then up the brow of the hill, brake, go all the way up to the curve for turn 1 Belvie. As Taven takes it into second gear, about 55 miles an hour. Turn 2 Otana, and then turn 3 Nora. All flat out corners. And now we're coming in to turn 4 Domus Navas. Again up the hill. Second gear, third gear. Might stay in third gear for turn 5 Saracen. It's a banked right hand corner, which Taven does stay in third gear. Now we're going into turn 6 and 7 Villasidro. Oh, another good place there to get into the slipstream to make a pass. Going into turn 8 Aritzo. Definitely one of the places to overtake. Don't want to make a mistake, because there will be a kitty litter on the exit. And there's a nasty bump in the middle of it too, so that could upset the car as well. Turn 9 Poloni, which is Italian for pylons. As you can see, there's loads of pylons there. Turn 10, now for turn 11 Sestu. 4th gear. Little lift off the throttle, not in these Mazdas, certainly not. And then we've got 12 and 13. Turn 12 is Albia, and he runs quite a bit wide through turn 13. That might be a penalty. And that is around. That is a lap around Sardegna with Taven. So he didn't pick up a penalty. He did go 135.2, but DM Charles went into the 134 661, which I think he went faster than what he did in practice. Lugatti second now, as there's a good freeway draft going on with Beckham and Law. So Lugatti second, Chile third, Beckham fourth, Law is fifth, Taven down to sixth, Techno Guy seventh over 136.223. Robocopy as he just came across the line 136.258. That puts him in eighth. Hideki Sama ninth, Jans in 10th, Stick in 11th, and Alex Rogers 1 minute 54.540. So he must have made a mistake or slowed down a bit so he can get some free space, so he can put in a fast lap. But we'll keep an eye out here for Alex. Law's just behind of him, who is currently in 5th place. And you can see there in the first sector, Alex is just a 10th slower than Charles's fastest lap. Now again, qualified is only 10 minutes and we are 30 seconds away from being halfway through this qualifying session. Looks like there's a big draft going on here. It looks like Charles and Taven are wanting to work together. The two Americans looking like they want to work together. Taven a little wide again for turn 12, sorry. Let's see what lap time Charles does here. Is it going to improve? 134? No, doesn't improve. Taven style doesn't improve as well. Chile still doesn't improve. Anyone else improve? Well, we'll see what happened to Alex here, because he's coming across the start-finish line. Sticky's gone up to 8th, as he was in 11th place, and Rogers goes 6th, 135.168, just over half a second slower than Charles, who set out that lap time in the first lap. And Hideki Sama's gone up to 5th place now, over 135.146, 22 thousandths quicker than Alex. So Law's down to 7th, Taven down to 8th, 9th place is Sticky, then you got Techno Guy, Jans and Robocopy. So already we've got first to last place just separated by just over 1.5 seconds. You need to translate some Italian, I can help you out. I think we've only just got one of them, and that was just Poloni, because I know that was Italian for pylons. So here we go, there's Robocopy going through turn 5, Saracen, and now into the Velisidro complex. And now into turn 8, Arizzo. And then this is Poloni right here. He's 3 tenths up, faster than his best time. He's got to get through turns 9 and turns 10 correct, which he does look like he has done very, very well. Looks like Taven is improved. Chile is now gone pole, 134.342. So the fast laps are coming out now. But let's keep an eye out here on Robocopy, see what he can do. 136.258. He will easily smash it, methinks. Should get into the 35s here with this lap time if he keeps it all together, and he does so, but he moves up 1 spot. 135.836 for Robocopy. So who was the... so Taven has gone up to 4th place, 134.979, 6 tenths slower than Chile. As we've got less than 3 minutes to go until the end of the qualifying, and I think you can see why Chile got pole position, because he's got Taven's slipstream. Into turn 8 goes Chile, the points leader. See how much he closes a lot on Taven, and he is quicker by 7 thousandths in sector 2. Let's see how he can go through turns 9 and 10 very quickly, which he looks like he does so. Turn 11, a little kiss on the grass. I don't know if that will cost him a bit there. And then into turns 12 and 13. A lot of people shortcut in turn 13. You've got to be careful that they don't put all 4 wheels off the track Otherwise, that will be a penalty. And look at Chile right into the slipstream, and he does go faster by 1/10. We're into the 34.2s now. So then, as things stand as it is, with about 90 seconds to go, it is Chile from Charles from Nugatti, Taven, Techno Guy with a lap of the gods. This is what we've seen in Spa in the last round of the GR3 Championship. He's up to 4th place. Solid qualifying from Techno Guy. 959. He actually went a full dead on second quicker than his previous best lap. Oh, sorry, no. 8 temps. He did a 1:35.7, then he did a 1:35.959, now he did a 1:34.959. So nice message. Nice message, sorry. Nice lap time from Techno Guy. By far his best qualifying to date. Tavenstall in 5th, then it's Beckham, then it's Alex Rogers. Then Hideki Sama. Law is 9th, Stig is 10th, Robocopy 11th, and Jans fills out the rear in 12th position as we've got 30 seconds to go until the end of qualifying. Let's have a look then at Jans. He's in the slipstream of Beckham. I don't think he'll have enough time to do another lap, methinks, but he is 9 tenths quicker, so as things, if he keeps that time, he will definitely be in the top 10 at least. Possibly, maybe 4th, maybe 5th position. As we're seeing cars coming across the start-finish line, they will have another lap left, but we've got 10 seconds to go. Better put that. So Alex, maybe the guy that was ahead of Alex had the last time, and Jans goes 5th. 1:34.827. Beckham moves up to 4th. Techno Guy down to 6th. I don't know who was the last car that was ahead of that lot. Anyway, meanwhile, who's that coming across the start-finish line? Don't know who that could be. Alex Rogers down in 8th place for Alex Rogers, who won here in the GR3s with the Beatles. So Alex looks like he's definitely struggling. Hideki Datasama is not going to improve. And that's lovely from Hideki. In fact, he's down another spot to 10th. So who's improved there? Might be Law. Yes, it is. Law, 1:34.991 puts him into 8th place. So that puts the winner of Brands Hatch, Alex, down to 9th place. Well, that's a surprise there. Anyone else still on fast laps? Let's keep an eye out then for these 3 guys that are across the going in the last turn, but I don't know who they could be. I'm trying to figure out who they are. Okay, so we're looking at DM Charles, who's gone 2nd. So we got, sorry. No, it looks like they're not going to improve then. So it looks like Chile has got himself another pole position. Then it is Charles, Nugatti, Beckham, Tavenstall, and Jans completes the top 6. Law, Alex Rogers. Where's Techno Guy? Techno Guy should be... Where is Techno Guy? Oh, there he is in 6th. Sorry, my bad. Right, so here is how they will look. Chile will start on the pole position, considering he says they're in 12th, but he will start on the pole. Charles is 2nd, just 1.5 tenths slower than the pole sitter Chile. Nugatti 3rd place. Beckham, with that last lap, goes into 4th. Tavenstall in 5th. Then it's Jans. Techno Guy, he'll be very happy with 7th place. Then it's Law. Alex Rogers, the winner from Brands Hatch a week ago, 2nd in the points. He will start in 9th place. Then it's Hideki Sama 10th. But it's Sticky in 11th and Robocopy in 12th position. Top 12, all separated by 1.4 seconds. That's very close indeed. And you can see there the difference there. The gap, 1 tenth and 3 hundredths, 2 tenths, 22 thousandths, 13 thousandths, 132 thousandths, 32 thousandths. It's very, very close. Absolutely close. Oh, we're getting on with the race. Here we go then. We will get rid of the... oh no, don't... So that's how the starting grid looks like. which it shouldn't be. I think it's just a stuck check, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Must be a stuck check because yeah, because I just noticed that Alex has made a mistake. Alex has made a mistake. Oh, dearie me, Alex. Meanwhile, Charles was just turned into a pinball there. Eee, what a numpty Alex is, isn't he? So the race begins in 5 minutes. As you can see on the race, it starts in XX07, which on my watch here says 2002. So it will start in 5 minutes. So we will be back then for the start of the race. So we'll see you then. Oh, I'll tell you something, that's probably the quickest 5 minutes that I've seen from Alex there. That's coming up to 05, so... Right then, so let's see what tyres that the drivers are going to be racing on. Robocopy is going for softs. Charles is on softs. Chile on softs. As is Beckham, Jans, Nugatti, Taven, Alex. Yeah, he's on softs, so too is Stig. And Law, so it looks like the only, well, it looks like Techno Guy is going to be the only one on medium tyres. In fact, to be fair, Techno Guy did actually say that to me in a DM together, that he's going to start on mediums, but it looks like he's the only one to start on mediums. So the rest of them are going to go on soft. So good luck, Techno Guy, with your best qualifying. Could be all in vain. Now then, I'd imagine this will be a one-stop race, considering the other two races have been one-stop. So, oh, as we see a photographer taking a picture of Techno Guy's car. Now then, I did give words of encouragement to I'm Not Beckham. I did say to him, you know, maybe go one stop for this race. instead of being 2. As Robocop wants to be in the thick of things too. And sticks in between Beckham and Ducati there. So then here we go. This 1 hour race will be underway in just a few moments. So then who you rooting for in the chat? Who's their drivers that's going to win this race come an hour's time? Anyway, this is the starting grid for the 3rd round of the Mazda MX-5 Championship. It is the points leader Chile, then it's Charles, Nugatti, Beckham, Taven, Jans, Tetugai, Law, Alex, Hideki-sama, Stig and Robocop. That completes the grid. 1 hour around this 13 corner track. Watch the lights, the engine notes rise. 4 lights, 5 lights, pause, lights out, and away we go. And it looks like Stiggy got a bit of a jump. He may have jumped the start, but he didn't sort of gain the spot already as it happens. But going in towards the first turn for the first time, here comes Charles to the outside of Chile. Up the hill and then down the hill into turn 1 we go for the first time. Chile 3 wide for about 4th position. Will they make it through turn 1 okay? Looks like they're 3 wide in the middle of the corner between Jans, Law and I think that was Alex. But it looks like everyone has gone okay by looks of it, and we're already single file through this race. So it is Chile from Charles from the Gaddy, Beckham. No change that it is in the top 4, maybe in the top 5. But look at Taven looking to the outside of I'm Not Beckham, going into Saracen, turn 5. But then look at Jans. Check out Jans. Sticks in there to 6th position. And look at Stig. Look at Stig go. He's going to try and make a 3 wide in the middle of the Velocedro. Valvin into turn 8. This is a perfect spot to overtake people. Look at them fan out 3 wide and that. Alex having a lunge on EI to stick there. Then Laws hit the gravel trap. And so too did Robocop, but everyone gets away. Law was the big loser in that. He's lost a ton of spots through Arizzo. So that's allowed Jans to stay at the 6th, and it's allowed Stig to move up into 7th place. Stig made a wonderful start from about 11th already up to 7th place. But again, a question, did he jump the start though? I'm not too sure on that. But then as we go on then to complete the first lap, it is Charles. Charles is taking the lead away from Chile. Can we get a replay of that? See where he passed him? It was just on the exit of turn 11. So that was at Sestu. And that's where Charles got the job done. So Charles into the lead of this race. Back to the live action. And then Chile goes around the outside. Going into turn 1 does Chile. That's a brave move. And whoa, Jan's gone way too deep in turn 1. Side by side for the lead. And this is only 57 minutes left to go. They're already racing like it's the last lap of the race. And Chile's still going around the outside. Superb stuff here already between Chile and Charles. Still side by side. Go through turn 4. And look at Nugatti. Nugatti wants a piece of this now. On board with Nugatti. This time Chile will have the inside for turn 5 at Saracen, and looks like he's retaking that lead. He does. So Chile back in front, Charles in 2nd, Nugatti in 3rd, Beckham 4th, Taven up to 5th. Now Stig from 11th to 6th. Jans down to 7th, Hideki-sama in 8th. You can see that turquoise and blue car in the back. And look at Stig trying to make a move for 5th place on Taven. Not going to do it through turn 8. Now we're going into Pelodi, turn 9. Look at Charles. It looks like he's already got the magnets back on Chile. Will he make another attempt for the pass? Looks like he's too far back. But look at Chile. Look at Nugatti. He's all over the back of Charles's Mazda. Little left through turns 12 and then into turn 13 and then onto the long start for the street we go for the 3rd time. And now look at them all. It's now Slipstream City as they're going in towards the start finish line. Hideki-sama's picked up a 1.8 second penalty. He will burn it through the as it was told. Someone has also gone off down there, and that's Alex Rogers, the guy 2nd in points. We don't know what happened to Alex Rogers, so he's down there in 12th position. So he's got an awful lot of work to do all the way back there. He's already 8 seconds back on Technoguy, but we've discovered Technoguy is still on, the only driver on mediums. Look at Stig having a look on the inside through Domas Novas. That's turn 4. Taven runs so deep through there, he's going to lose 2 spots now, and through goes Jans as a result. 4 minutes have already been done, and Stig has worked his way from 11th to 5th. What a drive that is. We did see some of this like that. It's St. Croix in the GL3s when Stiggy probably had the race of his life. He qualified second, got involved in 2 incidents, fell back to last place, then drove his heart out the rest of the way and finished in 4th position when Kobu and Dans both ran out of fuel. So Stiggy already having a superb race as it seems. He's already gained 6 spots and we're only 3.5 laps into this event. Superb stuff then. So Robocopy now into 8th place. That's good effort from Robo. He did qualify, I believe it was in last place, sorry. So nice effort from Robocopy. But he's got a very hungry and determined Hideki Sama in that turquoise and blue famous livery. I forget what that is, the Falcon livery, isn't it? Yeah, and again Hideki picks up another penalty. This time it's only half a second, so he's going to surrender 9th place and give it to Law, who is recovering from being in the kitty litter in the first lap. But anyway, battling up front, Chile protecting the lead from Charles from the Gaddy. Look at Stig trying to go on the inside of Beckham. Now he's going to have the outside for turn number 4, sorry, turn 3 that is. And then into Domas Novas we go, and Stig trying to brave it out around the outside of Beckham, nearly making contact, leaning on each other. But this time Stig holds on to that position, or holds on to the outside, but he's going to have the inside through turn 5 and up to 4th place. Stig is on a mission here. I don't know what Sticky had for breakfast, but my oh my, he is on a charge from 11th to 4th, and he's hungry. He wants more. He wants that 3rd position away from the Gaddy. But look at this. This is like a 28-wheel disaster, and it's all for the lead. Let's see the recovery drive then from from Alex Rogers. He's 4.2 away from Techno Guy, but he's 12 seconds off the lead, and he's probably driving the hard out, getting a little sideways through turn 10. But anyway, on to the start-finish line. Looks like Chile's pulled a little gap away from Charles Rigani. But we'll keep an eye out here on Stig. Stig picked up a penalty. What's happened here? What's happened to Stig? He's lost some spots. Did he have a penalty? Let's find out. So this is turn 12, turn 13. I don't know what's happened there. He must have just let them by, has he? Yeah, he must have let them by. I don't know what Stig was doing there. He did nothing wrong. He didn't shortcut turn 13. He didn't do anything wrong. So he's basically gifted back at Beckham and Jans and Taven all one spot and Stig down to 7th place. Is this a tactic? What the Stig's doing? Meanwhile, Law's up to 8th. So Robocop is down to 10th, and look at Hideki Sama again, the ever aggressive Hideki Sama gets it sideways through Saracen. Kind of nearly blocks Robocopy too. We can see how aggressive Hideki is. We did see it at Blue Moon. He's not going to change his driving style, his Hideki. Like I says, if you're right behind Hideki Sama, you've got to earn that spot, and that is what Hideki does. Runs a little wide through a Ritzel. Tendukai still in 11th place, and they can get in the rear end, kick it out through turn 10. See what the gap is now, down to 0.3 of a second. Chile from Charles, from Nugatti. And they've sort of spread themselves out a bit from 4th place Beckham. And Jans is one ride through turn 13. That's going to be a penalty. Yes, it is. It's a half a second penalty. He might lose. Look at this battle going on here. Look, and Law and Hideki Sama have gotten their way into this battle here. Look at this now. Now we've got an insane battle going on for what is... Oh, here comes Law to the inside. They're sticking their 3 wide going into turn 1. Contact was made. Bye, oh, bye. This is incredible. This is only for 5th position now. Jans on the outside. Law to the inside. Sticky, this is like NASCAR. Look at this. There's only, oh my, this is an absolute field day. We've got 6 cars battling here for 10th place, and I tell you what, Robocopy, he's got the best seat in the house. Let's go on board. They're 3 wide in the middle of Saracen, and Sticks gets pushed off. Stick gets pushed off. Hideki lets him go back on the track. My, oh my. You thought this would be a last lap, and now Taven wants a piece of it. Taven's going to go make a 3 wide on the outside of Oritsu. Hideki-sama backs out of it, lets them go side by side. Incredible racing, and this is just 50 minutes to go. Look at this, unbelievable racing there between Hideki, Robo, Taven, Beckham, Law, and I think that's Jans too. Absolutely unreal stuff. Charles has taken the lead, it seems. Yes, he has. But let's keep an eye out then for this battle for 5th position. It looks like Sticky's gone down to 9th place, so all that hard work in the opening laps has gone to dust already. Robocopy goes to the outside. We see Rogers has gone by Techno Guy, so he's now up into 11th place doing his recovery drive. As it looks like Robocopy will get the slipstream of Hideki-sama going into turn 1, looking at the back of Robocopy's Mazda. And yes, and now Stig, the hard work that he did in the opening few laps has really gone away. Over there side by side now, going into turn 2. They're leading again on one another. This was touring cars, that would be considered fair, but this is good hard racing here. Oh, look at Hideki there trying to pass Tavenstall in Domas Novas. But Taven says, no, you're not getting through me there. So then, Law is in 5th, Jan 6th, Taven 7th, Hideki 8th, Stiggy in 9th, and Robocopy in 10th. And if they keep battling, it's going to allow Alex Rogers to catch up on them. Back on board now with Chile. 3 tenths ahead is Chile. Sorry, on board with Nagati, my apologies. Chile's just ahead as well as Charles. The gap between the top 3, 1 second with 49 minutes to go on the clock. Beckham hanging on there in 4th position, but he's sort of lost the draft, it seems, a bit on Nugatti as they're going through the final turn for the 7th time. Let's get back on board with Robocopy to see this incredible battle going on for 5th position. Looks like Law has distanced himself between himself and Jans. On board now with Jans, who finished 4th, don't forget, in the GR3 race a few months ago. And he's sort of easing off a bit, so I don't know if they're all trying to save fuel now, but that was some sensational racing between these 6 drivers. They're putting on a show already in this race. But it looks like, hopefully, they've settled themselves down into this, because like I said, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You're not going to overtake a lot of drivers in one lap. You know, there's 47 minutes to go. Back up front then, Charles has a 4 tenths lead over Chile. And then it's Nugatti in 3rd position. Beckham still trying to hang on to that lead pack, but he is losing time ever so slowly. He's probably losing at least 4 tenths a lap on these guys, but he does have a 4.5 second lead over that massive battle going on for 5th place, which is still leading by Law. Oh god, Hideki-sama's got the lights on now. He wants by. I think Hideki-sama's ran out of patience. It looks like he wants to get by around the outside of Taven. That would be brave if he can make it stick, or tries to feint Taven out for making a mistake. Someone kicked up the grass. That might have been Jans if he did. Driver's got to be careful through turn 13. They will pick up a penalty or something like that. Hideki-sama's lost a little bit of momentum there on the exit of turn 13, and that's going to allow Stick to catch up. And then also just note ahead, Jans and Taven was trying to make a pass. Stick moves up to 8th, which he does indeed. So Hideki goes down to 9th, and Robocopy still has got the best seat in the house. Here he comes Hideki. And there's contact. There's more contact. That's what you're going to get from Hideki. You've got to really earn your pass on Hideki. Oh wow, Stick with a hell of a run off of turn 3. Puts 2 wheels on the grass and tries to go around the outside of Taven. Will he have the inside for turn 5? He will get the speed off the corner, which he does indeed. and he will take 7th place through Saracen. And here comes Hideki Sama, so Taven down to 9th now. I tell you what, I hope Grandpa Jenny's not going to be liking to that, to see your son down in 9th position, Taven. You better get him back up there and fight. So Stig trying to recover his way back up the order, now into 7th place. Bit of gravel being kicked up through Arizzo and then into Poloni. Absolutely incredible battling going on already, and now Sama tries to go around the outside of the Stig. I wonder if that's Hideki's line through turn 10. I don't know, but probably must be, because 2 straight laps he's tried to do that. Now then, into Albia and the final turn. No one shortcut in turn 13, which is good to see. And then back onto the start-finish line to start lap number 10. And the first quarter of this race is done. Jans goes to the outside. He's going to get some help from Stig. Here comes Hideki Sama trying to help Law going into turn 1. Taven's going to help Hideki too. It's going to be double file through the first 2 corners. Law may have got a little tap at Jans. Just got hit from the rear. That's concertinaed up into a massive accident. But they all kept it going. Take a look at the replay. I just want to see if Jans did a bump. Oh, there was a bit of contact, wasn't there? There was a bit of contact, and then, yeah, it sort of concertinaed up, and Taven just shoves his way by the Stig. Got to be a bit careful there. That's a bit forceful driving. The stewards will take note of that. Maybe say, you know, calm down the aggression just a little bit. I mean, this has been some fantastic racing, but, you know, sort of tone down the aggression. There's another 44 minutes. Look at Hideki Sama trying to find a way around Law. Look at him. He's going to go to the inside through turn 8, is he? Sticks his nose in there. Law shuts the door. Robocopy seems to be falling out of that battle now for 5th. And look at the background, that navy blue, that Red Bull car of Alex Rogers. There he is, that little blue car in the background. He's slowly catching up to this battle ahead. Looking at the back of Law, Hideki holds on to that 6th place, but he will get the run into for turn 13. Kicks up a bit of grass, so to the chance. Stiggy nearly went all forward, wheels off of turn 13. If you notice in the background with that black car, didn't pick up a penalty. Here comes Hideki, goes to the inside on the start-finish straight, and it looks like Hideki will take 5th place. But look at Jans. Watch out for Jans. He's going to get a run too, going into turn 1. Look at the braking distance with Jans and Law, and yep, and now Hideki now moves up into 5th place. This is some real good racing between these guys right here. Meanwhile, back up front, and Charles has pulled a little bit of a gap, nearly over a second to Chile, which is what Charles needs to do. Charles, who didn't race last week, he was the fastest man in practice before the massive amount of stock checks. Chile in 2nd, Nugatti in 3rd, has got nearly a 4-second gap over Beckham, who has a 7-second gap over Beckham, Hideki Sama, and then Law. They've kind of separated the battle going on for 7th place, as looks like Taven has got ahead. I don't know if something's happened with Jans. Jans has got some sort of problem. He's fallen back a few spots here. Oh, and Stig's gone a lot into the gravel in turn 8. Let's see. Sideways through Villacidro. That's why he's lost momentum. And then there goes the Stick, but I wonder if we can get a replay on the Stick, because he did kick up gravel through turn 8. Here we go. Gets way too deep in turn 8. Hits the bump, and into the gravel trap he goes. And look, Alex Rogers is now caught up, so Stick now down to 11th place as a result. Jans has picked up a penalty. He must have shortcut of turn 13. He will now fall into the clutches of Alex Rogers, the man that's 2nd in points. Oh, Jans is really struggling. He was slow coming off of turn 1, coming off of Belvy, and he's just going to let Alex Rogers through. So now Alex up to 9th place, and now his next target is Robocopy. Techno Guy 6 seconds back, but like I says, he's the only one starting on medium tyres. All the rest of them are on softs. But still, out in front, it is Charles. But the gap is slowly coming down now. Less than 7 tenths now between himself and Chili Nugatti, holding on to third place, saving fuel, as it will reckon. Beckham in 4th, Hideki Sama in 5th, and Taven has done well to catch up to the back of Law. We've got 17 people watching. Thank you to the 17 people that are watching. For nearly 20 minutes have been completed in this. Hideki Sama kicking up the gravel at turn 10. And then into Sestu, which he runs a little wide, but didn't lose any track of time, it seems. And then into turn 13. Robocop seems to have fallen out of the draft with Taven, it looks like. And now the M3 are going to get a good tow onto the start-finish straight. Will Law make an attempt for a pass on Hideki? Will Taven make a pass on Law? Looks like they're going to still status quo going into turn 1, which they will do indeed. Law missing the apex through turn 1, but keeps didn't lose any time. Well, not a lot of it anyways, but then he's got a hungry Taven all over the back. Back on board with Law, and you can see Taven, he's got the magnets on Law, as you can see. Robocop holding on in the background there into 8th place. And there you can see Alex Rogers making his recovery from what happened a couple of laps ago. Well, not a couple, I think it was on the 2nd lap, I think it was. Just to let you know, Rono, Alex is on softs. Everyone is on softs apart from Techno Guy. My throat's almost going as well, god damn it. Going through turn 9, Taven's got a good run off of turn 9. Poloni side by side going into Sestu, and Taven will get that 6th place, will he? Oh, does he push Law off the track? Did he push him off the track? Let's get a replay here. I mean, Taven got a great run off of turn 9 into turn 10 and then into Sestu. Oh, Sama did kick up a bit of gravel, but did he lean on him? There was a little contact in the middle of the corner, so I don't know if that's alright. But Taven up to 6th place. Let's see now with Alex Rogers, the gap now 1.7 seconds. Let me just confirm if he is on softs. Yes, he is. He is on the soft tyres. Meanwhile, back up front, the gap now less than, well, nearly down to half a second now. Chile possibly saving that fuel, so too will Nagati. Bet you Nagati will be saving a lot of fuel when they're making their one and only pit stop, which will happen in about 8 minutes time. Let's see how the tyre wear is looking on these drivers. Charles is looking pretty good. So too is Chile, but let's see Nagati. Nagati has saved a bit more fuel than Chile. Beckham is down to roughly about 25%. Sama's lost a lot more than that, kicking up more gravel through turn 10. I wonder if that is his preferred line, I don't know. Taven, he saved a bit of fuel, so too is Law. Robocopy, then Alex Rogers is down to 25%. So I think, you know, the guys that are down about 25% left on fuel, they'll know that they have not saved or not saved any fuel at all. We're looking at Alex if he picked up a penalty, which he hasn't done so, but now he's going to be in the slipstream of Robocopy. So a battle for 8th place is on the cards here. Jan's less than 25%. Stig around about 24%, and Technoguy just over 25%. But I wonder if it was a mistake then for Technoguy to start on the medium tyres. Let us know in the chat there, because like I said, he's the only one started on mediums. Let us know in the chat. Meanwhile, back up front, less than half a second now between Chile to Charles. The top 3 separated by nearly a second. Oh, Charles just touched a bit of gravel on the exit of Arizzo. Is that going to cost him any time whatsoever? Let's see. Let's go. Oh, he's sideways through turn 10. And that's going to say Chile he might not make an overtake here. He might be saving fuel as well as the Gatti. Yeah, Chile just stucks him behind. So Chile's more content to let Charles go ahead. But it's just a case of when are they going to make the pit stops, because that could be critical. Here we go. Weaving left and right all over up against the pit wall. Charles going left and right trying to break a toe. Now been braking hard into turn 1, Belvy. And then into Otana, turn 2. Turn 3 is Nora. Beckham then having a quiet day now in 4th position. And it looks like my advice to him in the MX-5 chat is, I think, possibly paying off. And I told him a one-stop strategy is the way to go. Hideki holding on to 5th place. It's still a 3-car battle for 5th, with Salma leading it. Then it's Lovin Taven. Alex has now gone into 8th place. He has passed Robocopy. So his next target ahead is now Taven, 19 seconds behind the leader, Charles. Let's go riding on board with the man that is second in points. And he'll want to see these 3 guys ahead that will be battling, or at least go side by side. That will allow Alex to catch up with them. And then if he gets by those 3 drivers ahead of him, his next target will be Beckham, but he's about 8.5 seconds up the road from 5th place. So this is pretty much damage limitations here from Alex Rogers. He might lose 2nd spot in the championship though to Nugatti. But again, it's just a case of damage limitations this here for Alex. Let's see what's going on here. The battle for the lead is still going on. Still less than a second between the top 3. Beckham 6.1 seconds back in 4th position. Then you've got the 3-car battle for 5th place going on between Law, Hideki, Sama, and Law and Taven's style. But it looks like Hideki's trying to protect this 5th place. Gets a little sideways off of Dobas Novas. And then here comes Law. Goes to the inside through Saracen. Nearly contact through there. And Law will retake that 5th spot. So Law being a bit aggressive. But, you know, that's what you got to do when you got to overtake Hideki Sama. You've got to earn that overtake. I keep saying it time and time again, but when you're racing against Hideki Sama, he will make it hard for him to pass. And look, Alex Rogers is there catching up, losing all of the curb on the exit of Arezzo. Hideki sideways through Poloni. Might have a good run, no, off of turn 9. No, it sticks him behind. But he will get a good run going onto the start-finish line if he gets a good exit through turn 13. Let's see how he does it. Looks pretty good to me. And here we go. Oh, and I think Hideki's coming in. Hideki Sama's coming in. So he's the first to make a pit stop, as he's only got 2% of fuel left in his Mazda. So that was probably the right thing. So Hideki, the first one to pit, with 32 minutes to go. He's got to do fuel saving if he could do one stop. Not unless if he's staying on the soft. He can't change to another set of softs. He's got to change to mediums. That's his softs used already. So he's filling it all the way up to the top, but he has to do some fuel saving, methinks. 32 minutes around here. You're not going to do it when you're not saving fuel. Let's see, does he change to mediums? Yes, he does. He goes out just ahead of behind Techno Guy. So then, we've got the first of the people pitting. When are the others going to pit? So that allows Alex now up into 7th place, Robocopy into 8th, Jan's 9th, and Stig in 10th, and Techno Guy in 11th. And Sam comes out in 12th place, but he's the first to make the pit stops. Let's see what's happening here then with the top three now. Less than 9 tenths separating the top three. As it is, still status quo. As it has been for like the last 13 or so-ish laps. Anyone going to be making the pit stop? No, looks like they're all staying out. Again, Charles trying to weave left and right, trying to break the toe from Chile. Do you know what kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of Dale Earnhardt's last ever win when he won at Talladega back in 2000. When he was on the backstretch for the last time, he was weaving left and right. Beckham from 4th place into the pits for his one and only pit stop, as is Alex Rogers. He's done 1 lap more than what Hideki Sama has done. I think someone was saying in the chat you gained 1.4 seconds. Jans is also in, Stig's also in the pit lane. They've all got to change to medium tyres, which Beckham has done, so Beckham comes out in 7th. Alex Rogers comes out just behind Techno Guy, but he's now on medium tyre. Oh no, he's staying on the softs. Well, it looks like to me that Alex is on 2 stops by the looks of it, because he's got to change to mediums. Okay, Hideki Sama in 10th, then you got Jans. Now, has Jans changed to mediums? Yes, he has, and so too has the Stig. But that's an interesting call there. Alex Rogers staying out on those soft tyres, but putting a bit more fuel in the car. How much fuel did he put in? He went all the way up. Was that a genuine mistake on Alex's part that he didn't change to medium tyres even though he's gone all the way? Who knows? We'll find out. We'll find out in about less than 30 minutes time. Someone is in, and it will be Charles. Charles is in the pits. The leader is in the pit lane. Law also comes in, Robocopy comes in, so we've only got, and also Techno Guy hasn't made a pit stop, so 4 drivers have yet to make a pit stop, Chile, Nugatti, Taven and Techno Guy. Charles will come out. Is he on worn softs or on the mediums? No, he's on mediums. What about for Law, who's still holding on, still in the pit lane? Techno Guy now comes into the pit lane, he will change to softs. Law's gone for 84% of fuel. 84% left of fuel for Law. He's got to do a lot of fuel saving then if he can go the rest of the way, but there's 28 minutes to go. He comes out just ahead of Alex Rogers. And who else was also pitted? Was that Robocopy? Yes. Now, has he changed to mediums? Which he has done indeed. So, Techno Guy, he's also come out on softs, and he's on 83 by the looks of it. No, that's in the 90s, definitely. Right then, the leaders then coming through turns 12 and 13. Will they be making their pit stop? And it looks like they will be. Chile and Nugatti all coming into the pit lane. Looks like Taven will be as well, but he's a long way back already. 18 seconds back off the leaders. Look at the fuel save too. That could be critical too. Nugatti saved. He's got 6% left, whereas Chile's only got 1%. Taven's also into the pit lane, so everyone will have done their 1 mandatory pit stop. Chile's gone to 88 and still goes out ahead. Nugatti goes on 81. So it's Nugatti going to save fuel, but more importantly, where's Charles? He's just coming across the start-finish line, so the undercut from what Charles did not work. I'm wondering, did he put it all the way up to the top? No, he didn't. So Charles was one of the biggest losers out of that. He came out in 3rd, but he came into the pits lead, and the undercut did not work for Charles. On board with Chile. Oh, and Chile is staying on with the softs. He's doing the same strategy as Alex Rogers. Well then, this is interesting. Is it the way to go? Don't know. Oh, the more he will be pulling away from Nugatti if he's on worn softs, but I thought he'd have to change tyres to go into the medium tyres. I don't know. I thought that was the rule. You got to change it to mediums after when making a pit stop or during this race. So then, with all the pit stops that have happened, Chile is the leader, Nugatti second, Charles third, Beckham stays in fourth, Law in fifth, but he's under a lot of pressure from Alex Rogers, who's looking to the inside through turn 8. Side by side, little contact, but Alex gets that 5th place. So Alex down into 5th, Law 6th, Taven in 7th, Hideki Sama in 8th, Robocop in 9th, Jens in 10th. Then you've got Stig in 11th, who's sideways through turn 8, and Techno Guy in 12th place, but now he is one of 3 drivers that are on softs, but Techno Guy is on fresh and soft tyres, but he's got 13 seconds to catch up to Stiggy. So then, what do you think about that then, chat? Then Chile and Alex, they're deciding to stay on worn softs. What do you think about that in the chat? Oh, we don't have to use meds. Okay then. I thought they have to use meds. Is it a smart strategy from Chile? I don't know. We'll find out come 25 minutes time if it works. Battle raging going on for 5th place now. Alex holding on to that 5th place, but Taven is past Law for 6th place through Domas Novas. Now Law goes to the outside, but then holds on to 7th place around Saracen. And then into the Villa Isidro. That's turn 6, turn 7. You want to get a good run before making a pass through turn 8. Now then, it's curious to see the gap between Alex, who's on worn softs, to Beckham, who's on fresh mediums, 7.7 seconds. Keep a note of that when we go back to Alex Rogers, maybe in a couple of laps or so. Oh, look at Law sideways through turn 9. Looks like we've got a battle there. Looks like Stig has passed Jans. That's for 10th place. Will Jans make a move? Nope, he's going to stick him behind the Stig. So Stig makes a pass up to 10th place. He's got 6.6 seconds to catch up on Robocopy. Now then, what's the gap now? 3.9 seconds. I think when it came out it was about 3.3. What are the times? We can't see what lap times they're doing roughly. That's a shame. We wanted to see what lap times they're doing with the worn tyres, worn softs compared to mediums. Gap now 1.5 seconds with Nugatti and Charles. It looks like that's your podium set right there, but I don't know if that's going to be how it is after the race. I don't know. Beckham a long way back, 12 seconds, but again, I've got to keep notes of the gap between Beckham and Alex. It's now increasing, 8.1 seconds. I don't know if it was just me or did I see tape in there just flashing the little lights at the bottom there to Alex saying get on with it. I don't know. I don't know if that was just the camera's view, but look at Law. Look at Law's looking to get by 6th place again. Oh, bit of a late braking from Law. Goes around the outside and does it. Superb pass from Law. That was a beautiful pass from Law. Absolutely sensational pass. Look at this. Going into turn 1, absolutely late on the brakes is Law, and just fully commits turn 1. That is a superb pass. Absolute bravery from Law, and it did pay off in the end. He's back up into 6th place. But I mean, don't forget, Law has put on less fuel than what Alex and Taven has put on. So Law's got to be careful he doesn't run out of fuel. We have seen a few drivers did run out of fuel. Chile nearly ran out of fuel within the last race, where he was nearly passed by Nugatti in the last turn. Having into Albia. Law a little oversteery through Albia, and then turn 13, and then onto the start finish line we go for the 25th time. You can see just ahead that red car, that is Beckham in 4th place. Here comes Law. Is he going to do exactly the same as what he did to Taven a lap ago? Will he be late on the brakes going through turn 1? Let's find out as we're on board with Taven. No, he's not going to be committed this time. Alex holds on to 5th place. Law kicks up the gravel through Altana. Law looking to the inside through Domas Novas. Alex gives him the room, but Alex will have the inside through Saracen, turn 5. But Law holds on to 6th place. So that's building up to quite a tasty battle there for the end of the top 5. Meanwhile, Charles has closed up on Nugatti, less than half a second. Now it's Nugatti saving fuel, and as Charles catches up, the gap has definitely rose from Chile to Nugatti. I think it must be just over 4 seconds as it is. We've got less than 20 minutes to go, but Charles is now tucked up into the slipstream of Nugatti. Nugatti all over against the pit wall. He's got to protect the inside, though. He has to protect the inside, says Nugatti's not even protecting it at all. And here comes Charles to the inside, going into Bellevue. Little side race in the middle of turn 1, but he's got it done. Charles up to 2nd place, and Nugatti, that was quite poor. I wonder if he's content just to hold on to 3rd place, try and save some fuel. Maybe that was a strategy from Nugatti's part, just to let Charles by and then save some fuel, maybe work with Charles and catch up to Chile, because the gap is now 4.5 seconds to the leader. Chile wanting to have a 2nd win of the season to protect his points lead. Obviously he will extend it no matter what, considering Alex is down in 5th place and what could possibly be a net 5th place, as he keeps battling with Law and Taven. Oh, and Charles hits the gravel through turn 8. Nugatti sticks into 3rd. Sideways, Charles! Oh my god, that was a save and a half, but he's going to lose that. 2nd place in Nugatti through, but what a moment that was for Charles. Let's see. So he puts he's got a couple of wheels on the gravel through turn 8 and then into Poloni. Let's see how sideways he was. Let's see. Gets on the power a bit too early and sliding through turn 10. And obviously Nugatti has no choice but to overtake Charles, who's recovering from that spin there. Heart and mouth moment there for Charles. Looks like Nugatti's going to let him by again, is he? Yes, indeed he is. So Charles goes back into 2nd place. Nugatti just lets him by. People are saying this is a smart strategy, this, from Nuggy. So then, it's now up to 5 seconds with 17 minutes to go until the end of this race. Beckham having a very quiet race there in 4th position, but it's a solid effort from Beckham. Alex then 10 seconds back, and look at this, Law and Taven still battling, going on for 6th place behind. Look at this, they've been having an all-race battle throughout the entirety of this race. You don't forget that 6-car battle they had at the start of the race, and they were in it. And look at this, Domas Novas and Law, has he gone by? Oh, I don't know yet, but Alex has got the inside through turn 5 at Saracen. Will he hold on to 5th place? Oh, he leans on Law. Now into Villacidro, turn 6 right here. careful you don't hit that tyre wall when it approaches it, but they're still side by side. This leading contact. Oh, Alex late on the brakes. He's determined to hold on to 5th place, and he does, but he's going to pay the dividends for it. Kicks a couple of wheels off the gravel, and he's going to lose 2 spots. He will be livid with that, Alex will be, and he's down to 7th. Oh, and look at Law, gone very wide through turn 9, and that's going to allow Taven to catch up, and Taven's going to get 5th place, is he? Now, is this the effects of having these worn soft tyres now? Is this going to hurt Alex? But anyway, Taven has gone by. Into 5th place he goes. On board with Taven, looking at the back from Law. And look at Alex Rogers there in the background. And look at him in the background too. Hideki Sama. Oh, that was a bit of a wave from Law. He will go to the outside. Look at Rogers. He will maybe go to the inside. Maybe free abreast into turn 1. No, maybe not. Law tries to do what he did to Taven a few laps ago. Trying to go around the outside through turn 1 and make it stick. Side by side now through Nora they go. I tell you what, this is some great racing. Look at this. Alex wants a piece of this too. He wants to find a bit of racing room, whatever it is. Taven will now hold on to 5th place, but now Alex versus Law for that 6th position. And look, Law's going to go to the inside of Taven. It's like a seesaw. Well, I'll tell you what, it's anyone's guess for 5th place. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know if it was my headset there, but I thought I heard like a lot of gravel being kicked up there. I don't know if it was me, but look, Hideki Sam is really closing in the background. Taven a little sideways through turn 8. Oh, I'll tell you what, if Hideki Sama's in the mix of things, he's gonna mess things up for this battle. I'll tell you that right now. Here comes Hideki Sama on the charge. Oh, Taven a little wide through turn 10. That's turn 11, Sestu, and he's going to pay the dividends for that as well as what Alex did a couple of laps ago through turn 8. As they're going to go 3 wide, it seems. Yes, they will. Leaning, bump, 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 leaning on each other. 3 abreast across the start-finish line. Just imagine that was the finish of the race. My, oh my, this is some incredible racing here, and this is not a battle for the lead. It's a shame, but it's still great racing no matter what. Alex is back into 5th place, and here comes Hideki Sama. Yeah, them 3 ahead of them have sort of messed each other up, and now Hideki is closing in on a hurry. Mugatti looks like he's back into 2nd place by the looks of it. He must have passed Charles somewhere, which I didn't see because I've been concentrating at this battle furiously for 5th place. More gravel being kicked up from Taven. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. But watch out for Hideki. He might do a lunge through turn 8. Even if he's that far back, he will make a lunge. Oh, Taven late on the brakes there, nearly gets into the back of Law, and Alex nearly gets into the gravel. Dear me. I'll tell you what, it's all happening. Law with a good run off of turn 10 into Sestu, sorry. That's turn 11, and he'll take that. Watch out for Taven, sideways, clips the curb through turn 11. That's going to lose him to time. Look at the state of Taven's back end, though. That is a mess. And I'm not talking about the toilet, Taven. Your back end of your Mazda is a write-off. 4 cars now battling for 4th position. We'll have a look at the battle for the gap between 1st and 2nd, because it looks like to me it is sort of closing down, but this battle for 5th place is absolutely phenomenal. Oh, goodness me. Look at this. Look at this. And Alex nearly getting shoved down into the gravel by Law. Alex leaning on Law through turns 2 and 3. This is unbelievable racing, this. Oh, Charles back ahead of the Gaddy for 2nd place. But unbelievable racing going on here. We will get back to that in just a second. Now looking on the onboard of the front end. But that is an incredible bit of racing. Meanwhile, the gap between Chile to Charles, 4.7 seconds. But they're not. But I tell you what, Charles and Nugatti are really not helping each other if they keep overtaking every lap. They're not really helping each other. Right then, back to this mess for 5th place. I tell you what, if they're not very careful, the guy in 9th place, Robocopy, and they're just like 4 seconds back, and also the Stig and Jans is also back there too. If they're not careful what's going on here, it's going to allow Robocopy, the Stig and Jans to catch up, and we're going to have ourselves a 7 car back. Law makes a huge mistake. Look at him sideways on the start finish line. Is that a penalty? Because it looks like he had all 4 wheels off the track, off of turn 13, and he's going to get, in NASCAR terminology, clotheslined here. But no, he will stick into 7th place. There was a gap between Alex to Hideki. But boy, oh boy, that was a huge moment for Law. Is this a bit of a late replay? Yeah, it was. My apologies. Blimey, Charlie, this is an incredible battle. Taven now into 5th, Alex to 6th, Law, and then Hideki. To the inside of Law he goes. Into turn 4, and he will take 7th place. Sensational, and Taven runs right through Domas Novas, and he's going to lose a couple of spots now. Contact with Hideki with Law, pushes Law nearly into the gravel with turn 5. Law will not like that. Taven holds on to 5th place. Alex now goes into 5th place. What's going on? Oh my goodness me. Oh my days, this is unbelievable racing. This is only like for 5th place. It's just a shame it's not a battle for the lead, I'll tell you that. Less than 10 minutes to go. Chile still has a lead. Charles, Nugatti, Beckham, then whoever, it's anyone's guess for 5th place on back. Right then, let's see. Let's have a look at the chat here. Dan saying, how was everyone's fuel? Well, let's have a look, shall we? So, Chile has got about 30% left. I think he might be good. Charles is about 27%. Nugatti's down to about 25. Yeah, Beckham is alright. Then this insane battle that's going on. Yeah, Taven saved quite a bit of fuel too, by the looks of it, as well as Hideki Sama. Here comes Law to the inside. No. Oh, bumps him! He bumps Hideki Sama. Was that a bit of displeasure from Law, who is just about less than 25% of fuel. I think it looks like everyone's good to go. Look at Robocopy. He saved a lot. And he is catching it a hurry. He's caught up to this battle now. Then we've got the Stake, about 25% left. Jan's just about 27. And Techno Guy, about roughly about the same. Has he closed the gap? Just a little bit, down to 11 seconds, though it seems. The gap now 3.8, well, less, nearly coming down to 3 seconds with 8 minutes to go. Are those worn softs good to go to the end of this finish for Chile to pick up his second win of the season in this championship? I tell you what, that gap is definitely closing. We're going to keep an eye on that, and maybe in a couple of minutes' time. It's now down to 2.3. We did see it as high as, I think it was about 4 or 5 seconds, it seems. But it looks like the worn soft tyres could be an issue for Chile, because Charles and Nugatti are catching, and it's less than 2 seconds now, with 7 minutes to go. I don't know how many people that are watching this race. How many are watching? 14 people that are watching this race. I hope you've got popcorn or sitting on the edge of your seat, because this will be a slobber knocker for the last 5 minutes of this race. Taven has actually pulled away from Alex. So it looks like to me, after 33 laps, these worn softs have gone off the cliff, it seems. That's what it looks like. Let's see where Hideki is. He's a bit far back. Where's Robocopy and all this? They're catching up a bit. Stiggy's also there too. Jan should be there and all. Yeah, less than a second. So we could be having another big battle going on for 5th place. Look at the gap now. 1.4 seconds now. What's the gap? 1.3 between Charles and Nagati. Nagati's out the slipstream. 6 minutes to go. 54 minutes have been raced. And look at this now. On board with Charles, and he can see Chile right ahead. Charles on the fresher medium tyres, Chile on the worn softs that he has started since lap 1 of this race. How far is Beckham? Beckham is too far back. He's 13 seconds away from Nagati, so he's a long way out. But I tell you what, I think Chile might have lost this race here because of staying on those tyres. We've let it come down now to 6 minutes to go. Maybe the strategy of staying on the worn softs is not the good idea because Charles is looking hungry, and maybe Nagati too can have a sniff up for the second place, it would seem. But here we go. Or is Chile saving fuel? Who knows? Who knows? We don't know what's going on in these drivers' minds, I have to say, but I just think those tyres are not good enough now. Look at Charles closing ever so slowly on the back of Chile. He's going to make the. He's going to pass him here. I reckon Chile's tyres have gone. I reckon that Chile's tyres have gone off the cliff. It seems. I think Charles will pass him through turn 1. Let's see. Right into the slipstream. Look at the speed he's getting, and Charles will easily take the lead before going into turn 1. So Charles, new leader with 5 minutes to go. Now can Nagati, who is 2.4 seconds back, can he catch up to a struggling Chile on those worn softs? How is he on fuel? Is he safe? I think he might be. Oh, look at the fuel gauge. That's less than 25%. That's close. What about Chile's one? And you can see he's short shifting very early, so he is definitely saving fuel. Yeah, Nagati has got the worst of the fuel of the top 3. Yeah, you can see him just changing, going up the gears in slow, just to try and save that bit of fuel. I don't think he'll lose that 3rd place though to Beckham, but it looks like Nagati could be on course here for another 3rd place finish. But look up ahead, Chile's not done. Chile is not done from the lead. Right, let's keep going. Oh, looks like we've got a back a bit now, but it looks a bit low. I think that's a second mistake there for Nagati, wasn't it? Listen to him. Listen to the engine. He's flashing. He's flashing red. And there's 3 minutes to go. Oh, I thought Charles was actually going into the pit lane. I was like, that would be a costly mistake. I don't think Chile's got enough fuel to go the end of this race. Maybe he might have cost 3rd place, you know. What's the gap now? 12 seconds. So Beckham's got to go for it. How is he on fuel? He's also flashing too. Now then. Oh, I tell you what, these races always brings up a bit of a surprise there, I have to say. They're all flashing red except for Chile, because he's still not flashing red on that fuel gauge. And you can also see Chile, he's short shifting too, but I think he's good to go to the finish, you know, is Chile. Top 4 all saving fuel. Taven, he's also flashing red with 2 minutes 30 seconds left to go. 150 seconds to the end of this race, and we don't know who's going to win this here because everyone is all trying to save fuel except for Chile. Look at Chile getting a good run off of turn 11. Oh, over the back of Charles he is. We're going to have at least 2 laps of racing left, so it is a battle between America's Charles, who wants right through turn 13. Here comes Chile. Chile goes to the lead again. We will have 2 more laps of racing in this race. Chile in the lead. Charles is saving. Nugatti, how's his fuel gauge? Is he running low? He is running so low. Yeah, he is sure shifting up to 4th now, isn't he? Beckham is actually going in. Beckham is in the pit lane. He didn't think he had enough fuel. Oh, but he's gone back to softs. Oh, now was that a mistake? I couldn't mind correctly, but if you only allowed 1 set of softs, and Beckham's gone back to the softs. Oh, I don't know. That could be a bit of trouble for Beckham. He might have been. I'm not quite sure if the rule states that you only allowed 1 set of softs in the race, and he's gone back 2 softs. How's the fuel gauge? It is it's running on fumes. It really is. And look, Beckham and Taven battling going on, but let's see. God, this has been absolutely an incredible race here, but it looks like we will have 1 more lap of racing to go. Chile in the lead. Then it is Charles, who is running on fumes, as well as Nugatti. He has to pit. He's got to pit, and indeed he will. So Nugatti has to pit in. Yeah, he was out. He was completely out of fuel, but he might be all right to stay in 3rd place. Beckham, though, he's on a fresh set of softs. Is Charles out? No, I don't think Charles out with the running to win this race. But this is the last lap of the race, and the battle going on for 5th place is raging on, and it looks like Taven will get that 5th place. Alex will get 7th, then it'll be Hideki. Robocopy, solid effort there, solid drive to get into 8th place. Law, completely shortcutting through turn 13. Yeah, picks up a penalty for that. And that was a clear indication of a shortcut. But that's a nice effort there. Law will finish 9th. Jans will finish 10th. Techno Guy in 11th. And Stig, what happened to Stig? Did he have to pit as well? I don't know. Meanwhile, back up ahead. Yeah, Beckham finished in 4th, so the Nugatti will hold on to 3rd place. But is he gone to softs? No, he stayed on mediums. He did the right thing. But we thought like this race was going to be exciting to see, but it looks like that Chile will pick up his 2nd win of the season. Charles will come home in 2nd. I think he's screwed anyways. The gap between himself to Nugatti is, it's nearly less than 6 seconds. Anyways, here we go. Chile comes across the line. He will pick up his 2nd win of the season. Charles will just scrape home for 2nd, and Nugatti, who pitted 1 lap at the end, and he will finish in 3rd place. But my oh my, what an effort there from all of them. Absolutely, what a race that was. Absolutely incredible. So congratulations then to Chile on his 2nd win of the season. He's definitely looking good to have a championship in him, especially in this one at least. 2 wins out of 3 and a 2nd place at Brands. That's pretty good going. And again, Nugatti, another 3rd place finish for Nugatti. At least that's consistency. But yeah, what an effort from all these drivers, and what a race it was there. The battle for 5th early on, insane, and then the 5th later on, that was incredible. And then the last passes then for the lead, that was absolutely phenomenal. One of the best races we've seen so far. Best race of 2020, it seems, for me. But yeah, absolutely wonderful effort all through all the drivers there. They put on a fantastic show for the ARC audience. And my throat is just about to go. As you can hear, it's absolutely sore. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to save the replay because that was... Oh, for Christ! I wanted to save the replay, Alex, man! What a numpty. Anyways. Anyways. What an unbelievable race. Thank God we've got a week's break for this, because next week we've got the team versus team. at the Nürburgring, I did say earlier before. And then we'll have round 4 of the championship here, which, again, Lateral will be back for. So, yes, at least my voice will be alright for when Lateral comes back. But anyways, until then, goodbye.